Big up, everybody. It's your boy, Market MUFC fan. Have a lot of interviews today, but I'm going to give you a quick 15 minutes update on the transfer market as we know it, guys, because there's lots of talk going around. Lots of people are saying quite a few things, but what I can tell you guys that, a lot of things happening right now. A lot of people are assuming because sometimes some of the news coming out right now, it could be a little bit different to what they're saying. And I wanted to give you guys a fair shout at everything and all the updates on some of the players that we're looking at because it's going to be very interesting. And of course, you can see the background. Your boy is back. You know what it is. The times are back. The streams are back. The consistency will be back because I'm live again. You know what it is. So let's get right into the show really quickly. And this is the first report, guys, the biggest one of them all today. And it's going on Alphonso Davies and Bayern Munich, guys. And you know what? All the talk is Man United have begun talks to sign Alphonso Davies. Well, that is true, but there's a different thing. The catch is Bayern are also hot on the heels of signing a brand new renewal of his contract that could throw off all the deals that, are possibly in the water. And I'm talking about Real Madrid and Man United, who have been showing increased interest in the player. From my perspective, he's not a player I would sign to United. But it's not about me, guys. It's about the structure. It's about the scouting staff and what they see. And if they think he's a player, well, they have made their approach. They have inquired about what it would take to get the player to Man United. There have been some also inquiries from Real Madrid, but there are some breaking news coming out of Germany right now surrounding the saga of Alphonso Davies, and it appeared to be taking a decisive turn with Bayern Munich having made significant progress in contract renewal talks with the Canadian left-back this week. This development deals a blow to both Manchester United and Real Madrid, who had been closely monitoring this situation. And guys, it's very disappointing to hear this for some, but for me, I'm kind of like, hopefully they get this deal done because I don't want to see him in a Man United kit. But I'm being honest, and I would say this, guys. It would be interesting to see what happens. Now, people expected Davies, one of the brightest stars in football, to sign a pre-agreement with Real Madrid in January or consider Manchester United's interest. However, recent updates suggest the 24-year-old is now leaning towards staying at Bayern Munich, and progressive talks have been the turning point of this decision. Davies' current contract set to expire in 24-25 season. Earlier negotiations reported stalled due to his wage demands. Bayern had initially proposed a 5-year contract worth over 13 million gross annually, but the defender was said to be seeking closer to 20 million euros plus bonuses. This impasse had prompted Real Madrid to position themselves as favourites for his signature, and this also got to the ears of Manchester United. Now, 20 million euros is something in the region of 15 million pounds a season. And I don't know about some of the fans, but guys, I think that's a lot of money to be paying the likes of Alphonso Davies as a defender. 15 million pounds a season, guys, that's more than what Christian Eriksen makes. That's almost double what Christian Eriksen makes, to be fair. Christian Eriksen makes somewhere in the region of 8.5 to 9 million pounds a season. Can you imagine having to pay Alphonso Davies somewhere in the region of 15 million pounds? That's crazy. Big up to Frankie. Glory, glory, Man United. Big up my brother. I hope you're well. Hope everyone is here. Guys, this is the interesting part. The key thing is his need and his demands for the contract, and the implications for Manchester United if this deal is struck with Bayern means that they will now have to pay an exorbitant fee to get the player away from Bayern Munich. As you know, he could be leaving on a free, so Man United might be willing to pay him 20 million euros. You never know. With bonuses, it might happen. But guys, for now, this is the report. This is what's happening. And guys, what I can say to you is that, you know what? Let's keep our ears open. Anything is possible. It could change. You never know. He could be saying, you know what? I don't want a deal. I want to move. You never know what could happen, but it's a transfer window. And so far, this is the report coming in, and this is what we're looking at. Now, on to some other interesting news. And I know a lot of you see the picture on the front, but you don't know his name. And I'm talking about this youngster. He comes out of Borussia Dortmund, Felix Nemeka, and he's a very interesting attacking player, and the scouts have been in attendance for his last 3 games. And according to them, at the 1-1 draw with Bayern Munich last Saturday, where the midfield was one of Dortmund's standouts, he stood out, and for the clubs to lure him back to England, where he originally began his career, training at the Man City ground. So, you know, he's familiar with the Manchester weather. Of course, it's not on the right side. But you know what? It's very interesting. After his first season at the park, you know, he's on the verge of being a flop after Dortmund paid 30 million euros for him and got very little back. However, under Nuri Sahin, he is said to have found a new vein of form. And the Mecca has a history, well, and he's born in Hamburg, but spent his formative years in Manchester, like I said, in the wrong side. During this time in England, he was in the same school year as Bayern Leverkusen's Jeremy Frimpong. So he knows the young talent as well. It's going to be interesting. And I think Man United are looking for a midfielder with his ability. He's very strong, very good on the ball, quick, got a good engine on him. He can play, he drives with the ball. It might be interesting to see what happens. Let's keep our ears open because I think this is a possibility. The price is kind of sounding kind of right as well, guys. His stature, his ability on the ball and his potential might make him a good fit to play at number 8. You know what I mean? So it will be interesting. Let's see if Manchester United does make an approach for young Felix. It's going to be interesting. Let's keep our ears open for that. But other reports coming in, and it's another player from Eintracht Frankfurt, guys. And it's a young midfielder, a very, very interesting player, guys. You know, his name is Hugo Larsson. And I know a lot of you remember that last name, Larsson, because we had a Sven Goran Larsson. We had a Larsson play for us at Man United before. So they are not relatives, I will say that much. But he's a very interesting player. And United are set to challenge Liverpool and Real Madrid in pursuit of Eintracht Frankfurt highly rated Swedish midfielder Hugo Larsson. You know, the 20-year-old, hailed to his composure and technical ability, is rapidly becoming one of the most sought-after young talents in Europe. And the midfielder could be allowed to leave Eintracht Frankfurt for around 50 million euros. So that's not a bad price, guys. You know what I mean? And if you look at his assortment and performances, if you look at everything that's happened with Eintracht Frankfurt this season, you would know he was at the center of everything positive. And on the Arnie slot, Liverpool are said to be in the race for the young player, eyeing him as a pivotal figure in their ongoing midfield rebuild. However, the interest from United and Real Madrid adds a layer of intrigue. Sky Germany confirms that the three clubs are set to compete for his signature, but the price tag, reportedly around 50 million euros, could be some sticking point for one or two of the clubs, as it will rise due to competition. Now, for Manchester United, Larsson represents an exciting opportunity to address their midfield depth under Ruben Amorim, who's keen to mold a team capable of competing at the highest level. Now, there's no obligation from Frankfurt to sell. There's no pressure on that. But will Larsson make the move to the Premier League, guys, is the question we should be asking. Is it going to be one of those things? Will he choose United or will he choose Liverpool? We don't know. At just 20 years old, he has shown maturity and technical prowess well beyond his years, earning all the plaudits in Bundesliga. And with Ruben Amorim's focus building a dynamic presence team, Larsson's ability to dictate the tempo and adapt to a high-intensity system makes him the ideal candidate. Now, securing such a player would probably force United to have to move on a few. And as you know, we could possibly be losing both Eriksen and Casemiro in the summer. So there is going to be room in the wage gap for a midfielder of this level. Let's see how it goes, guys. I am very excited at this, signing, the possibility of it. He's a very good player. I've seen a lot of good performances from him in the Bundesliga this season, and I would say to you guys, it would be interesting if we could get this deal done. It would be a great situation for Man United, and he would pose a unique, situation where he's not that well known, but has a lot of ability and he can adapt well. Now, our next really interesting situation is the move that is sounding the horn around England today and around Germany, and that's Ruben Amorim's request for Manchester United to go in and sign Samu Omordion in January. What is this, are you asking? Well, these are the latest rumors, guys, and it's hot on every press in the German state right now. And Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim has been reported as wanting the club to go for photo sensation Samu Omordion in January, of all places. You know what I mean? Not even in the summer. And Amorim suffered his first defeat as manager on Wednesday at Arsenal. Exceptional set pieces undid the Red Devils, promising defensive work at the Emirates. In opening play, Arsenal struggled to break United's compact shape and had to rely on 2 goals from corner routines to grab the 3 points. And that, for me, guys, I can't say Arsenal is a great team, but what I have to say is they kind of got lucky. And that's the only thing I will say, because you want to know what? They couldn't beat us in open play. And I'm sticking to that. Big up to everyone. You know what I mean? Hope you have a great one as well. While the visitors' defense impressed, their attack lacked the edge and didn't do much to test the Arsenal's backline, and this is very true. This has once again underlined that Amorim needs backing in January to challenge the likes of Arsenal, among other teams, in the second half of this season. It is now being suggested that Amorim believes the same and has urged United board to bring in attacking reinforcements sooner rather than later. A report coming in from Spain relayed by Football 365 claimed that Amorim has made priority clear for the upcoming window, and that's the club to find money to sign Omordion. The Spaniard, who left Atletico Madrid for Porto this summer, has hit the ground running in Portugal, 13 goals in just 16 appearances across all competition. He scored a brace against United in the Europa League earlier in this campaign. The highly rated striker was also on Chelsea's radar during the summer, and the Blues came very close to signing his services before the move collapsed, opening the door for Porto to take the advantage. However, the way he has started at the club, they might not be able to hold on to him for too long amid United's interest. It is believed that the former Sporting CP boss has closely observed Omardion's development since his beginnings in Spain and a subsequent explosion in Portugal. According to the Portuguese tactician, he specifically requested the signing of the 20-year-old, and the idea is allegedly backed by the United board, and they are willing to make a significant financial effort to close this deal. There's added possibility that the offer could be around 60 million euros, a figure that could convince Porto to let their star player leave. Further, the Spanish international, having already missed an opportunity to move to the Premier League, is thought to be keen of the idea of playing in England and joining one of the biggest clubs in the world. Guys, this is very, very interesting news. It's been the talk of the town today, and I had to bring it up to all of you so you guys can see what it is going on. I know a lot of people may not, be onto this news or may thinking it's just a report, but it's very possible. You never know what could happen, and it's a transfer market. Things can get interesting. And as you know, guys, the German press have been elite this summer, and your boy has been riding the wave with them because, this summer I was on point with most of our signings, on time, delivered to all of you watching. Don't forget to smash the likes and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, guys. And keeping in vein with that, there is some reports coming in right now that Manchester United are planning to secure the services for the next 5 years of Amad Diallo with a 5-year contract with a definite bump in his wages as well. There are some reports that Ruben has seen enough, and he said that Amad must be here. He's part and he's ready for the future. So will Manchester United get this contract done? They are set to be in advanced talk with him, and the deal has already been agreed on the side of their young attacker. Let's see when the official announcement comes, what is the actual details. And for now, let's keep it moving. And this, guys, brings you to, somewhat the end of my show, but I have to end it with a big one. And guys, I have to give a big shout out. You know what I mean? I think for everyone, Manchester United, this is someone that, has had a hand, in everything that was from back in the day till now, and is someone who has given their life for Manchester United. And I just wanted to say, heartfelt condolences to the family of Kat Phipps, passing away, a legend in her own right. Maybe not to the fan base, but to Manchester United, and as a Mancunian, she is a legend. She's done so much for the club. So many young players she has taken under her care and shown that motherly love to at their time as youngsters coming into the club, not just the likes of David Beckham, the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Marcus Rashford, and even then some. She was here to even see Jim Ratcliffe take over the club and the change as it went up, and it's something, guys, that, you can't change. You can't get it back ever. This is an amazing feat that might not be duplicated again by anyone. And Kath, from a United fan, thank you for your contribution to this club. Godspeed and condolences to you and your family in these trying times. Big up to you, and I hope that, you will be looking down on United, shining your light on them as we make our change in this new era. Guys, and, it's not to be a sad one, guys. At the end of the day, Manchester United is a great club, a storied club, And while we must, talk about the news and talk about the games, react to these things, we all pay attention to the things that happen in the background, the foundation, the youngsters, the young academy, the youth, and of course, those people who contribute in each and every way, giving their heart and souls for the club. And guys, thank you for joining me. It's been your boy, Mark, and MUFC fan with the transfer mark with a little bit of a, upturn on the side. But guys, big up. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to share it around. Hope you have a wonderful day. It's been your boy, Mark, and MUFC fan.